BA background students, there will be very less chances. So that's what happened. This specialization plays the very crucial and important role, my dear friends. I know that marketing means you may think that marketing is roaming outside in the market, contacting the people, convincing the people. It's not like that. There's a lot of transformation in 21st century. There's a lot of changes, customization, customerization, digitalization. So because of these things, there's a lot of changes are happening in the marketing field also. I'll tell you, there is a Shukla. There is a lady name is called Shukla. Is a top consultant. She is a marketing consultant. She uses only laptop. She is a marketing business consultant. She'll sit at home. She'll draft a lot of marketing strategies to the different companies, how to attract the new customers, how to retain, how to attract the old customers. That is what is very, very important. So she is doing extraordinary strategies in the marketing. This is not because so she's not interested, because she enjoys talking to the people, she enjoys doing the research, she enjoys knowing the customers, she enjoys knowing the business. So that is what is very, very important, my dear friends. I know that most of the students, 80 to 90% of the students, what happened, they're in wrong impression that marketing means only roaming, only contacting. It's not a desktop job. It's a wrong assumption. In 21st century, everything is changed right now. My dear students, after SAP, after Siebel, after Oracle, these companies launched the ERP packages. Apart from that, you could see a lot of transformation because of the analytics. And apart from that, what happened because of the revolution in the social media marketing. Okay, social media marketing, you could see a lot of changes are happening in the digital marketing. So even in marketing also, if you have the wonderful concept, you can earn like anything apart from the finance students and operations students and marketing students. Especially in marketing, you'll get a lot of bonus and commissions. So that is what very important. And one more thing, what happened, HR, only you can recruit and train the people. Finance, you can sit and you can design something. But whereas in the marketing, you can communicate and you can enjoy the job. You will be continuously talking to the different types of the customers. You enjoy that. It's not simply sitting yourself and doing analyzing yourself and framing and you understand developing the dashboard and preparing the accounts and all, and HR also something like that, recruitment and all. But whereas in marketing, a marketing guy required multiple knowledge, multi-level knowledge also. What I can say that, so different types of information marketing guy is required because you need to sell the product or service to the different types of the people other than the technical people. So even they can sell it to the lawyer, doctor, you understand, finance. So that's what I feel that marketing is very, very important nowadays, my dear friends. So marketing and finance is a very good opportunity because those who are the finance skills definitely require the marketing. Nowadays, what happened, dual specialization is very, very important. Multi-functional knowledge is very, very important. Most of the people who are doing in the banks, they need to do some kind of the marketing also. They need to have some kind of the marketing skills also. So how to motivate the people, how to compensate, how to understand the customers needs, wants, desires and demands of the people, how to satisfy. Satisfaction is very, very important. Customer value delivery is very, very important. With all these things, my dear friends, marketing is very, very important. So as a marketing guy, definitely what happened, and I need to say some good words and good observation and good experience about marketing. So that's what I'm going to tell. And now I'm coming 20-25 minutes. I'm going to talk about two subjects, which is very, very important: marketing communication and distribution management. The other one is called services marketing. Let's will see. And most of the students are in the dilemma. If I do marketing, if I study, especially the subject marketing, communication, and distribution management, what will be my career? There's a plenty of opportunities, my dear friends. Let us take in a very good example. Before 2000, very less companies used to come forward to give the advertisement. But now you see, coming to a small village, small scale industry to large scale industry. All industries are showing the much interest to advertise and promote their products. Definitely what happened, there's a very good career is there in the advertisement. You could see, I know, last 10, 15 years back when this metro was initiated in Hyderabad, I don't know these metro pillars and all, but right now you know how effectively the metro pillars are used by the people by giving the advertisement. You could see every space, big hoardings, you understand, posters, ATM machines, everywhere. Definitely what happened, advertisement is very, very important. What do you mean by advertisement, my dear friends? According to American Marketing Association, advertisement is a paid form of non-personal representation of goods and services of the company communicating with the target customers. You understand? So you're communicating about your products and services to the target audience. That is what very, very important. And you have the major career in the advertisement industry, which is very, very creative also. And you have a continuous, you understand, you could see a lot of elements like television, radio, magazine, newspaper, pamphlets. So what else? Digital media, you understand, email campaigning, referral marketing, you understand, tag marketing, meta tag marketing, search engine optimization, red tag marketing, red tag optimization, black tag optimization. There's an n number of the options are available, my dear friends. So promotion advertisement is everywhere. Though you use the digital media, though you use conventional media, the modern media, advertisement is required. So when you're going to study about marketing, communication, and distribution management, you will be getting an awareness about what is called marketing communication, what is integrated marketing, and all different types of the concept. Let's really discuss what are the major careers in the advertisement management. Account management. What is this? You see, you are responsible between the agency and the clients. This kind of job, what happened? Account management, creative department, giving an idea of the creative department. So let us take, product advertisement, concept advertisement, referral advertisement, fear advertisement, expert advertisement, educative advertisement, this kind of the different types of production. You will be sponsoring finance, you understand, for the production of the advertisement. This is also one of the field. So media also one of the field, very well, media department also, which media, whether it is a conventional media or the modern media. So these are the areas you have, my dear friends, you have the plenty of opportunities, upcoming opportunities are there. Next, coming to major career in the public relations. So these are the public relations, copyright, PR specialist, social media manager, spokesperson, publicist. You understand, these are the excellent careers are there, which are upcoming careers. So definitely what happened, you need to act like a figurehead to the organization. And definitely what happened, a public relations officer will be there, who will be acting like a figurehead to the organization. Because his rapport with the other organizations, what happened, they'll come, all the types of the customers also will come to the companies. I'll tell you a very good example. Let us take, Standard Chartered Account Bank. Let us take, they'll be sponsoring Visa Erection is the card. Let us take the service, the brand celebrity Sachin Tendulkar. Now how he is acting like a figure to the organization. Similarly, what happened? A public relations officer who's having the main relations with the different organizations and the different clients, who can definitely convince the customers, who can attract the customers to get into the company. So these are the careers, my dear friends. You have the plenty of careers. Copywriting, copywriter, excellent career. You have the beautiful career after completion of your MBA. The very good opportunities. Job prospects. These are the different types of the. Next, coming to delivery, distribution. So you have the plenty of opportunities in the distribution. I know that when I came to Hyderabad city in '99, I know only 2-3 courier companies. That is called DHL. You understand? Kind of the companies, DTDC, something courier companies. Right now, you can see First Flight Courier, Sri Ramadasu Motor Services. You understand? Chennai Packers and Movers. There's a plenty of companies are available right now. If you see day by day, Blue Dart. You understand? Gati. Okay. DHL, international companies also. All these companies, FedEx, okay, all these companies, what happened? The logistics and supply chain, which is growing like anything. What are the job prospects in the logistics and supply chain? So once you complete this particular subject also, you have the 2 units in supply chain management and distribution management. You'll get a plenty of very good knowledge, what is the importance of. So you have the very good job prospects in the distribution management. Aerospace, you understand, defense, automotive, consumer goods, fast-moving consumer goods, fast-moving consumer durable goods, healthcare, electronics, manufacturing, oil and gas, retail, IT, telecommunication, third-party logistics, service, construction, chemical, consulting. So these are the areas, my dear friends, you have the plenty of opportunities in the distribution area. Let's see, I hope you understood, because marketing, communication, distribution management is divided into 3 categories. The first one I said, marketing communication, which means advertisement and promotion, integrated marketing communication. The second part is nothing but public relation. The third part is nothing but which comes under the distribution and supply chain management. Once if you complete this marketing, communication, and distribution management in the third semester, definitely you will be getting the thorough knowledge in the advertisement, promotion, integrated marketing, communication, and public relations, sales promotions, and distribution and supply chain management. Let's will see in the nutshell, what is there in the unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit wise unitization. Let's will see what are the concepts are there. And if you see the unit 1, marketing, communication, and developing an integrated marketing communication. See, as I told you, marketing communication is nothing but communicating about your products and services with the target audience. That is called the marketing communication, which is called communication system also. You know very well, with the different types of the medium channel you will be communicating: television, radio, newspaper, magazine, pamphlet, etc., etc. But if you see, very interestingly, my dear friends, earlier days, the company used to concentrate on the customers with the one channel. Let us take, either television or the radio or the newspaper. Right now, one single customer is concentrated and targeted with the multiple communication channels. So let us take, one customer is, center, then that the same customer center point, the same customer was targeted by the different types of the channels: radio, newspapers, wallpaper paintings, you understand, wall paintings, hoardings, all different types of the channels they are using to concentrate and target the single customers. I know that all customers cannot view at one time the same program. They cannot watch in the television, they cannot listen to the radio, they cannot read the magazine, they cannot read the newspaper. So in order to create the maximum impact on the same customers, they want to give the mobile advertisement, social media advertisement. Either one channel is going to impact on the customers. That is called the integrated marketing communication, my dear friends. Very interestingly, these concepts you're going to study in the semester unit 1 in the marketing, communication, and distribution management. Let us talk about the unit 1. You have the concept you're going to study about, as I told you, integrated marketing communication, model of marketing communication. There is the push communication and pull communication. You understand? Push communication and pull communication, very important concept which you're going to study. Creative strategy, as I told you, appeal, fear appeal, romantic appeal, okay, action appeal. This is kind of the appeals. Execution styles, frequency and reachability, creative tactics. You understand? Media planning and strategy. These are the concepts mostly you'll be studying, my dear friends, in the unit 1. When it comes to unit 2 name is called personal selling. The personal selling is very, very important. Who is the personal selling executive? Who is the representative of the company giving the oral presentation in front of the prospective customers? Obviously, personal selling plays an important role, especially for the engineering product, technical product, because customers are not technically sound. Customers require a technical knowledge. What is the usage? That's what, my dear students, if you see from the down the line, last 5 years back, this concept was introduced by the companies. Now, what is this concept, my dear friends? The concept name is called pre-customer support and post-customer support. Personal selling plays an important role. They don't know how to use the electronic products. This personal selling plays an important role. Okay, in personal selling, you could see, my dear friends, some points are very, very important. Role of personal selling, obviously, which plays an important role after 1970, when Peter Drucker was introduced the physical distribution system. Then personal selling was highlighted, which is very successful model. If you want to maintain the long-term relationship with the company and client, obviously, what a retailer, wholesaler cannot maintain the relationship. But when you have the personal selling executive, a company executive, this can build a strong relationship with the company longer period of time. In order to improve the relationship marketing, the personal selling concept was introduced by the companies, my dear friends. The second point is very, very important: integration of personal selling with the other promotion tools. Personal selling process, we have the process called pre-approach, approach, handling the objections, follow-up. You understand? Kind of steps are there which are very, very important. Personal selling, different types of the approaches, how to evaluate, motivating, controlling the sales force efforts, what are their efforts in that particular territory, what are the particular sales forecasts, kind of the concept you will be learning. Compensation for the sales person is also very, very, very important. What basis you will be paying the amount, piece rate, unit rate, commission rate, you understand, hourly rate. These are the beautiful concepts you are going to learn, my dear friends, in the unit 2, that is called personal selling. When it comes to unit 3, sales promotion and support media. These are the very, very important. My dear friends, to face the tough competition in the market, sales promotion is one of the other tool, other than publicity, public relations, advertisement, and personal selling, which immediately generate the stimulus in the minds of the customers. Response. Let us take very good example, up to 80%. If you don't have the money, you lend the money from someone, you walk into the retail outlet, you buy the product and service. So that is a kind of sales promotion concept you're going to. This is called support media. What are the other media? Interactive marketing, internal marketing, relational marketing, social media marketing, internet marketing, digital marketing. These are the kind of the support media which are playing the important role. If you see this particular unit, sales promotion and support media, if you can understand the important points in this particular unit, the sales promotion activity. As I told you, sales promotion is also concentrated on the end user, who is the customer, also middleman, who is called trade union, middleman called wholesale and retailer. Second one is called, third one is called support media, as I told you. Interactive marketing, publicity, and public relations. These are the direct marketing, internet marketing. These are the support media tools. Fourth one is called evaluating and monitoring, controlling the promotion program. You cannot give this kind of the offers throughout the year. You understand? If you give throughout the years, companies cannot earn the profit. And because of that, what happened? Continuous monitoring, evaluation, and controlling should be there. So that's what, my dear friends, these are the important concepts you'll come to know. What are the promotion tools, how to draft the promotional strategies, also very, very important with the help of the support media. You will come to know in the unit 3. And unit 4, my dear friends, distribution and supply chain management, which plays an important role. And who is the channel? Channel is the middleman. Obviously, if you could see in India, Hindustan Unilever Limited. Hindustan Unilever Limited is not a manufacturer. Procter & Gamble is not a manufacturer. Cavincare is not a manufacturer. Dabur is not a manufacturer. Wipro is not a manufacturer. These are all called as the distributors. So they have the strong distribution network. If you see Hindustan Unilever Limited, they have the strong distribution network even in the remote areas also. So what are the distribution networks they have? 0-level distribution, 1-level distribution, 2-level distribution, 3-level distribution, horizontal distribution, vertical distribution. What are the distribution conflicts? You understand? Apart from that, one more thing, supply chain management also very, very important. My dear friends, as I told you, in 1970s, Peter Drucker introduced the physical distribution. You can distribute your goods and services to the customers physically through the wholesalers, retailers. After that, what happened? The manufacturing cost used to be taken 40% out of 100% of cost. Let us take a mobile manufacturing cost was 100 rupees. 40 rupees cost was the manufacturing cost, at the 60% of the cost used to take for the distribution cost. They want to get down this particular cost, bring down this particular cost. So then what happened? 1980s, people launched the concept is called logistics management. So logistics management, they were able to save some 20% of the cost. They were able to reduce 20% and 10% of the cost. But they are missing value delivery is very, very important. So because of the competition, what happened? Retention, attraction of the customers are very, very important. In that particular case, value delivery to all the people who involved from the origin to the destination. So how to deliver the value? Then people introduced the concept in 1990s. The concept name is called supply chain management. It is doing quite good right now. In 2020, 2000, people introduced the concept called global supply chain management. 2010, again, what happened? People introduced the e-supply chain management. Okay, so these are the transformation of the supply chain management, who will be delivering value to the people who involved from the origin to the destination, right from the procurement to the final good which is reaching to the customers. So these concepts also very, very important, my dear friends. As I told you, there's a plenty of jobs are available in the distribution and supply chain area. If we come to the unit 4, you will be learning about role, functions of channels of distribution. What are the roles and responsibilities? What is the distribution system? There is a different types of the distribution systems. As I told you, 0-level, 1-level, 2-level, 3-level. If it is come to consumer products, consumer durables, agriculture products, you understand, industrial products, different types of the distribution system you need to draft. These are the very interesting. With the help of the different case studies we can consider, my dear friends, distribution and supply chain management. And next, coming to channel design and selection of the channels. How to design the channel? What are the elements you need to consider while designing, selecting the channels also very, very important. Motivation and controlling of the channel members also very, very important. So these are all designing the channels. After using the channels, you need to integrate this particular channels. That integrated logistics process is nothing but the supply chain management. You're integrating, as I told you, I don't know whether A section students are aware or not, but when I went to B section students and C section students, I already told you long back, 1999, 2000, when I purchased my trouser, you understand, shirt, pant, you understand, in Big Bazaar. Big Bazaar, there is no alteration. But later, what happened? 2005, there is an alteration was added in Big Bazaar. Though I purchased from the Pepe jeans, you understand, Pan America shirt, Pan America pant also. There's an alteration section is there in the seller. Why this is happening? They integrated. Retailer role earlier days in the year 2000, they are supposed to sell into the market. But right now, retailer also customizing according to the customer length. What happened? Customization they are doing in the seller. If we go to our brand factory near our Abbots seller, we have the customization center. You understand what they'll do? They'll take the pant, according to your length. What happened? They are going to customize your pant. Correct or not? This customization is happening. And what happened? There is a replacement option also available. But earlier replacement means it used to take months and months. But immediately right now, replacement is happening with the retailer. Why this is happening? Supply chain management. See, customer satisfaction. Retailer need to get these customers repeatedly. They need to walk in. Even they need to stick to the same brand of the company because of how this is happening. Integrated logistics. The integrated logistics system, we'll call it as by different supply chain management. Delivering the value to the people. Brand factory will get the value. Repeatedly, the same customer will walk into the company. Customer will get the value, and company will give the different kinds of the discounts and preference to the same company. So supply chain plays in. So these are the key elements which you're going to learn, my dear friends, in the distribution and the supply chain management. So next one is very, very important. If you could see, there's a lot of changes are happening in the market, especially digitalization. So new techniques of managing the distribution also very, very important. Excellent right now, because Amazon, Flipkart, these kind of the companies are investing huge crores of the amount in order to minimize the distribution cost, which we'll call it as supply chain analytics. Right now we are calling. I know that when both husband and wife both are working, if the house is locked, then in that case what happened? Repeatedly the product is coming back to the company. How much distribution cost is incurred? So that is the biggest problem. Transportation cost, all these things. So in order to minimize that, people are searching for the new techniques of managing the distribution, my dear friends. So in the 5th unit, you will be learning about what is called physical distribution management. What are the different types of the warehouses? Right now, cross-docking is there. You can trace out your products, right from the ordering to delivery of the product. You can trace out in the Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, and all these things. This is excellent strategy because new techniques of managing the distribution and distribution of services, location, accessibility. This is what very, very important. If you could see in Hyderabad, most of the FMC companies, they have the stock in the Uppal Industrial Development Area, Balnagar Industrial Development Area, Kukatpalli Industrial Development Area. What they are doing? Because all the distribution locations are located outskirts of the city, because from the outskirts they can reach different places very easily. So accessibility, location is very, very important. Channels of distribution also very, very important. Services and distribution facilities, meaning the channels. Major intermediator for the service delivery, who is called third party logistics, who is called fourth party logistics, and all these things are very, very important. So these are, my dear friends, new techniques of managing the distribution and very, very important. So thank you for marketing, communication, and distribution management. So let's move on to orientation on. Students, you have any doubts? Now, can I check the questions at the end? Okay.
Srinivas sir, would you like to share your screen also to students as you are explaining?
I'm sharing my screen, it's not coming.
లేదు కదా, we thought maybe
since the beginning we were not able to see PPT. Share
రావట్లేదా?
రావట్లేదు, నేను అనుకున్నా నాకే రావట్లేదని.
అవునా? ఓకే.
రావట్లేదు సార్.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Only you want to speak, అందుకే for interest.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. Once I'll show.
ఇప్పుడు కనిపించింది సార్.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, name
Now we are able to see.
Oh, sorry. This is what, my dear friends, and I will tell you. Now I'll just go through this in 1 minute. Major careers in advertisement, as I already explained. Can you see, madam? Right.
Yeah, we can see. We can see.
These are the major careers in public relations, job prospects. This is what marketing communications and developing integrated marketing communication channels. And these are the things, as already explained. I was in bit confusion. I thought of sharing, I don't know. Something has happened, right? Integrated marketing communication models of marketing communications, creative strategy appeals, execution style and creative tactics, media planning and strategy, and unit 2 personal selling, which is very, very important. And unit 2, if you see personal selling, role of personal selling, integration of personal selling with the other promotion tools, personal selling process, personal selling approaches, evaluation, monitoring and controlling of sales for efforts, compensating sales personnel. This is called sales promotions and the support media. And as I told you, support media, these are the key important elements: sales promotion, consumer and trade oriented sales promotion, support media, direct marketing, internet, interactive marketing, publicity and public relations, monitoring, evaluating, controlling promotion program. And this is what distribution and supply chain management. And you have role functions and channels of distribution system, channel design and selection of channels, motivating and controlling of the members, channels, supply chain management. This is the new techniques of managing distribution. As I already explained, physical distribution management, transportation and warehousing, distribution of services, location accessibility, channels for distribution of services, distribution facilities, managing channels, measure intermediate for service delivery. So this is what. Any questions, students? I'll try to share this PPT in your groups also. Don't worry. I was in confusion. I'm very sorry. Any doubts in marketing communication, distribution management? You want to ask at the end? It's okay. Okay. So next, coming to semester 4, there's a subject called services marketing, and I know very well. Selling the product is quite easy comparing to the service. I'll tell you, product is tangible, which can be identifiable. You can touch it. Let us take, you want to sell the mobile. You can sell the mobile as a marketer. You can explain the features. You can explain the USPs, unique selling proportions of the mobile phone. You can convince the customers. But if you want to sell an insurance product, it's very tough, because you cannot see, you cannot touch. That is only inner feeling of the customers. Let us take transportation. You can feel, when you transfer, when you, what I can say, move from one place to another place, you can only feel, but you cannot see physically. That is called inner satisfaction of the customers. So service marketing also one of the thing, and which is, you have the plenty of opportunities in the service career, service industry. I'll tell you, if you see developed nations like UK and US, these companies, if you could see, 70 to 80% of the GDP is contributed from the only service sector. Only service sector. Right now, what happened in India also, there's a huge development after the year 2000. After P.V. Narasimha Rao, when he made a lot of strategy, when he brought a lot of liberalization, privatization, globalization strategies, and after that, other governments, who are enhancing this kind of the policies, you could see a lot of growth in the service sector, especially in India also. And you have the plenty of careers in management services, software services, consultant services, training services, financial services, marketing services, travel services, catering services, means hotel and all, distribution and supply chain services, designing services, construction services, waste management services, security services, personal services, other plenty of services are there. You have the beautiful career, my dear friends. I know that students who are joined in the Deloitte, Arcadia, Rayan, okay, kind of the companies. These companies also, what happened, my dear friends, service companies. S&P Global, these companies called service-oriented companies. And tomorrow, some student will be joining in Stop Stop, in Arbit Mall, Lifestyle. All these companies are called as a service-oriented company. You have plenty of jobs in the service sector, my dear friends. Manufacturing sector, there is no doubt, you have plenty of jobs. If you have the technical knowledge, please try to prefer manufacturing sectors if you are from BTech background, so that you'll know what are the technical products which are involved, what is the technology is involved. You can understand well comparing to the other people. Okay, that's what Okay, when it comes to services marketing, my dear friends, if you could see unit 1, introduction to the services. So introduction to the services are very, very important. We'll see, you could see services becomes 24/7 into 365 days. So that's what, my dear friends, you have the plenty of jobs are available in the market. So introduction of services, you will be learning about the wonderful concept, scope, growth of these services. What is the importance of the services? Second one is called goods and services continuum, how it is related to tangible products to intangible. What is the relationship? There's a beautiful concept called 4 I's. Intangibility, inconsistency, inseparability, inventory. There's 4 I's of services. We can also call it as challenges of the services, characteristics of the services also. These 4 I's are very, very important. Intangibility. See, it is intangible. Service is intangible. Inventory. You cannot store the service. Inseparable. You cannot separate the service. Inconsistency. You cannot maintain the same kind of the service. Though people install the ATM machines. So when you want to withdraw the 10,000 rupees from the ATM machine, example, the other person want to withdraw the money. So there is the time duration. There is an inconsistency in the service, inseparability of the service. So goods and service categorization. There is a different types of the goods and service categorization. We have the services marketing environment, social, technical, political, legal, economical, all these factors of it is going to impact. Services encounters expectations or perceptions. Excuse me, can you put on mute? Yeah, another 2 minutes, right. So service encounters expectations and perceptions. So these are also playing the important. So next, coming to very interesting here, unit 2, you'll be talking about service marketing mix. I'll tell you, my dear friends, marketing mix is very, very important when you talk about the marketing. Product, price, place, promotion. Similarly, because of intangibility, inconsistency, inseparability, inventory, these challenges, to overcome these challenges, people added another 3 P's. Now it is called service marketing mix. We'll be learning about the 7 P's: product, price, place, promotion, people, process, physical evidence. So we'll see what are the things involved in the unit 2 service marketing mix. As I told you, 7 P's: product, price, place, promotion, people, process, physical evidence. People are the people who involve the customers of the company, employees of the company, owners of the company, CEOs of the company, entire people who involve. Process, the kind of the framework and the system they are going to use. And physical evidence, photographs and videos and all these things also very, very important. Second one called building the customer relationship through segmentation and retention strategies. Third one, dimensions of the quality. Dimensions of the quality is very, very important. We'll call it as 5 dimensions. We'll call it as RATER. RATER is called nothing but RATER. RATER, responsiveness, assurance, RAT. Yeah, what is that? Testing. Okay, RATER, RATER, empathy, R, reliableness. So these are the kind of the what I can say dimensions of the service quality. Also, you're going to learn. There's a model called beautiful model, Sarkol model. What is the gap between the customer and the retailer? What is the gap between the customer and the manufacturer? We'll call it as Sarkol model. This is called the gap analysis model. Also, we'll be learning about this kind of the concept, my dear friends. Excellent concept we're going to learn in the unit 2. Unit 3, strategies are very, very important in service marketing. As I told you, intangibility, inconsistency, inseparability. And if you see in the market, especially in service industries, there is a fragmented business who are coming up business, small scale business who are also coming up. And in order to face this competition, definitely you need to have the strategies also. What are the strategies to overcome the intangibility, inconsistency, inseparability, inventory? That's what I told. And this is the strategy. Service triangle also very, very important, which includes management, employees, and the customers. The communication which takes place between the management and the customer is called external marketing. The communication which takes place between the employees and the management, which called internal marketing, which takes between the customer and the employees, which is called relationship marketing or interactive marketing strategy. These are the concepts you're going to learn, my dear friends. Fourth unit is nothing but, very interestingly, on this unit, what happened most of the time, you will come to know about the 15 services which are involved in the service industry specific. If you see marketing of services specific industries, you have the different types of the industries. Let us take tourism industry, beauty industry, hospitality, beauty industry, entertainment services, consultancy services, health services, travel services, okay, communication services, banking services, education services, charity services, media services, and insurance services. There's a plenty of services you will be coming to know about this kind of the industry specific services, my dear friends, in the fourth unit. And the fifth unit is very, very important. The services is not only restricted to the domestic countries. The services need to move to the global also. And you will come to know globally why this type of the services companies, why they are moving. What are the drives? What are the challenges? What are the forces which is impacting on the companies to expand the services globally? So these are the different types of the concept you're going to learn, my dear friends, from the services marketing and the marketing, communication and distribution channel management. Thank you for the opportunities. Thank you, Anita Madam, Dean Academics Madam, for arranging this particular thing. Thank you to Father Sundar Reddy, our principal, giving an opportunity to interact with the students during this particular time and sharing the knowledge. And thank you, Dhanam Teresa Madam, HOD, and thank you, Swapna Madam, Coordinator, for arranging this particular platform and communicating time to time and day to day and arranging all this interesting session for the benefit of the students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Srinivas sir, for a good elaborative session on marketing where students are able to gain knowledge on how the areas of marketing are there.
Thank you.
Now let's go on to Ayyappa sir. Yes, he'll be talking to you about the other subjects which are there in marketing, and then he'll give his viewpoints on how you can get placed also with the skills that you can develop when you do the particular courses that are there under marketing. Over to you, Ayyappa sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, students. So we are talking about the various marketing subjects that are there for third and fourth semester, that is for the electives. Before coming to what are the subjects that are there, the other two subjects that are there in the third and fourth unit, let me just come back to the first thing where everyone is going to ask us faculty. The one big question is, sir or ma'am, which elective should we take for, or which elective should we choose? The first thing that comes up, we as faculty, we cannot guide you, we cannot tell you which elective is good for you. It just depends upon your individual personality, individual strength, which is your strength is on, and what are your interests. Then only you can really focus on decide which electives are really good for you. And you might ask me, sir, what is the best, which is the electives that I've taken so that the market is good for me? If you're excelling in whatever you do, you excel in whatever job that you take up, every market is good for you. So it's completely completely on you to decide which is best for me, which really interests me, which place is there wherein I am having a really good hold on. That is when you really decide and come to a conclusion and then select the electives. When I'm specifically talking about marketing, you need to have really good people skills. When you're talking about having really good people skills, the fact in where how you are able to talk with the people, how good are you? As we know, there are two people, introverts and extroverts. And there are some people who might say, I am an introvert sometime, I'm an extrovert sometime. Introverts wouldn't do good for marketing. It's the extroverts who do excel very well. So it's upon your personality, how are you able to mold yourself, how are you think yourself coming to the marketing aspect. And there's a particular psychology that has been bent on that marketing is exclusively only for mostly suitable for boys or men rather than women. It's just a myth I should say, because it's not that one particular field is fixed for one gender. Some people say HR, some students are of the view, they think that HR is only exclusively for women. No, nothing is exclusively for women or men. It entirely depends upon you. It was, people used to think marketing is benefits only to guys, because earlier you used to have field marketing. You have to go everywhere and do. But right now, in today's age, you can sit at your desk and you can do marketing. So it's complete. It's never gender based. It's completely nothing out of that sort. So today I will be discussing you about two subjects that we have. The first subject we have is in semester 3, that is product and brand management. Let me just show you the syllabus that we have. So this is the syllabus that we have, and we are proposing some changes that will be taken care by the management. But let me just go through what is that we are going to learn in product and brand management. So as the name suggests, name tells us product and brand management. Here we are learning about the product. The first 2 units is dedicated to the product. Then third unit is also about the product, and fourth and fifth unit is about the brand itself. So when you're talking about specifically about the product, the product can be a physical product, it might be a tangible or intangible product. So it can be a product, or it can be a service. So yes, the topics that we have here is the unit 1 is about the product. Here we are going to learn extensively about the meaning of the product, what do you mean by the product, what comes under the product, the layers of the product that we have, and we are going to learn more about product mix and product line. I hope you all remember that in semester 1 we learned about product mix and product line, the decisions that are involved in product mix and product line. Here in this we are going to learn more deeper and understanding how product mix and product line affect the company decisions, how good are they. Then we are going to learn about packaging, the aspects of packaging, the types of packaging, and what does a product manager do, and the product management decisions and the classifications of the product. So the first unit is completely dedicated to understanding what do we mean by a product in terms of the marketing aspects. Second, we have is product market evolution. So we are learning about product market evolution, and the third unit. Second unit is mostly about understanding the various steps in NPD. If you remember NPD, new product development process that we learned in marketing management, the 7 steps that we have, little in more detail at every stage, what really happens, how does a company, how does a marketer, how does a product manager is going to make sure that the product that are coming up with is really good and it's really beneficial for the prospective customers and also to the whole market as a whole. So we're going to learn about product market evolution, product strategy and planning. So before you start with the first step that we have is idea generation. What is the planning that is needed? What are the strategies that are needed? Now, when we're talking about the current scenario, about the post-COVID scenario that we have, the post-COVID scenario has thrown up some amazing kind of industries that we never heard of. The kind of products, the kind of services that are coming into the industry, because we cannot say this post-COVID is going to there only for the next few months or the next 6 months. It's going to stay us for the next 4 or 5 years. And we are going to have several companies are going to come up or build products that are going to last for the next decade. So when I'm talking about these particular products that are going to see the post-COVID, this product strategy and planning would be very much, many companies, thousands of companies all over the world are in this particular stage right now. What kind of different products can be come up where there could be a need for the consumers. Then we are going to learn about the innovation in the new product development. So what is the innovation that is needed? What is the role of innovation that is there? The same example, if I take you about the COVID scenario that is there. Now we are hearing about contactless sanitizer dispensers. We never heard such a thing coming up anywhere. We just heard about dispensers, soap dispensers. Now we have contactless sanitizer dispensers. That is the most demanded product in the corporate world right now. There's a huge demand for this particular contactless sanitizer dispensers that are big in size, where the employees are able to use the sanitizers at every floor, at every place in the office. So when then we are going to learn about the whole process of new product development, then the different kind of models that we have in new product development strategies. So there are different models where some models, the base premise would be all the 7 steps that we have. Apart from that, we're going to learn something more in detail, different models that are existing. Then we are going to learn about the growth strategies. What are the growth strategies that are there for the product? 3 different kind of strategies: intensive, interactive, and diversification that are there. Then we're going to move into product portfolio analysis. I think you all know what is meant by a portfolio. Portfolio that you learned in your finance. Portfolio, company group of products that are there. A MNC, a big company that is there, they're never focused on only one product. They definitely want to have several products in its product mix, so that if one product doesn't work out, other products are going to come to their rescue. So this particular various companies, they came up with various kind of analysis, portfolio analysis. These companies are BCG, that is the Boston Consultancy Consultancy Group. There's a BCG matrix. Then we have GE. GE, as you all know, that is General Electric. Then we have Adliton, Shell International. These are the various product portfolio analysis on there, where we are going to see how the BCG matrix, if a particular company is there, how, in which way every product is there, in which places the products then come up in the particular matrix that is given by Boston Consultancy Group. So we're going to learn in detail about them. Then we are going to learn about the product development, segmentation, and testing. Here it is mostly about idea generation sources, from where you will get the ideas from. Then the role of the R&D, how much R&D is really important to come up with the new products, the types of R&D that are existing. Then we are going to learn about product maps, joint space maps, and perception mapping, where we are trying to take up 2 variables at a time and try to differentiate and try to see how good your product is in with the other variables. And the next stage, after idea generation, idea screening, then we are going to learn about behavior learning curve analysis, innovation diffusion adoption model. I hope you remember in the last semester we learned about this innovation diffusion. We'll learn again this in consumer behavior. You didn't learn this. So we'll again to learn innovation diffusion. How is that the consumer is going to adopt a particular product that is there? The various stages that are there that really help them to purchase a product. Then the product launching. Remember, in the new product development, we have test marketing. So it's all part of it, where you're going to do testing. Companies are going to do testing before the idea generation, before the concept development testing, and also they would be doing test marketing later. And then time to market is something that talks about the commercialization of the products. So first 3 units are dedicated to the products, mostly till the time they're coming out into the market. When the product come out into the market, they are getting transformed by being a product of a company. They are getting transformed into a brand. Now the company want to create a brand name for itself. It's just not a product that is there. So when you're saying ITC is selling the atta, they will not say I'm selling atta. They will try to say Ashirvad atta. Ashirvad is a brand that has been built by ITC since more than over 2 decades. Till that point of time, at every household used to take that particular food grain, and they used to get it get it outside at the neighborhood. But ITC was the first company to come up into the organized sector with an atta. It was called an Ashirvad atta. So after coming up with the product, now it's the job of the companies to transform that product and make sure they are coming and making sure they're transforming into a brand, into a brand that is reliable. And so here we are going to learn mostly about trying to learn about the various concepts of the brand. So understanding the brands. So brands versus the products, how different is a brand from a product? brand attributes. Then we are going to learn what are the benefits, types of brands, branding decisions, brand identity. What do you mean by brand equity? The most one of the important terms or the most used term that we hear in branding is brand equity. How are you going to build brand equity? What is brand equity? Then you're going to learn about brand personality. What do you mean by brand personality? Then the strategies that are involved in developing the brand from a zero known brand to a well-known brand. How do you build a brand from scratch to making sure that the people are recognizing your product through the brand? So how are you going to do it? The various stages that are there: brand positioning, selection of the brand, which is really important. How, where, what kind of name that you want to give to the brand sponsorship, brand development. In brand development, you're going to learn about extensions, brand licensing, franchising. This particular aspect we learned a little in marketing management. We're going to learn more in detail. We learned about the private brands, international brands, the different name kinds of brands that you give. So we're going to learn more in detail about it. Then we learn about global branding and digital branding in the digital arena, in the digital market. The fifth unit is about brand management. So brand positioning, what you mean by brand positioning a product according to the brand. How are you going to do that? Then brand management process, what is the specific process that is there, that is employed by the management to make sure that they're building the brand. And brand tracking and monitoring. So after you build a brand and after you make sure it's going, what next step that you want to do is try to see how well the brand has built, how well the consumers are receiving your brand, how well your brand has a very good, really good say in the market. People are really liking your brand. So now you want to see how you are monitoring it. Recently in the digital marketing, we try to see various digital campaigns that we say after running the campaigns, what is the next step we did? We try to analyze. We try to analyze how well my campaign has run, trying to see the statistics. So that is where we are going to see here. So in that brand tracking and monitoring, we are going to learn about brand audit. Then we are going to learn about branding in the retail business. How is exactly in the retail business, how is it different from the other sectors? Then role of own label, having own branding, own brand, own products. Then emerging trends in the brand management. So what are the new trends that are coming up, and what technologies then the companies can change to make sure that they are really well versed with the current trends that are there in the market. So this is about product and brand management. That is, we are going to see this in the third semester. Next subject that we have in fourth semester is consumer behavior. So consumer behavior in marketing management, we learned in just about one unit about consumer behavior. So consumer behavior is one branch of marketing which really understands what do the consumers really want, what are the needs of the consumers that really the marketers have to satisfy. If there is no need for any product, even if you're dumping your products or services, even when the consumers are not needed, you're doing extensive marketing, when there is no need for any product, the consumers are not going to buy it. So in that aspect, we are trying to understand why consumers buy. Where do they buy? How do they buy? In how much quantity do they buy? In which places do they buy? What do they think while purchasing a product? What do they think? How do they really think while coming to a conclusion to decide on one particular brand or one particular product? So I'll just run down to the syllabus that we have. The first one is the introduction that we have, learning about the concept, the scope, application, the dimensions that we have. Then we learn about the consumer behavior research process, where we try to analyze the qualitative technique methods, quantitative methods, and try to see how, in which way you are trying to understand. That is mostly based in the R&D department, when you're going to learn mostly about the Likert scale, semantic differential scale, so many things that are there. And we're going to learn about the various theories of motivation, personality, and perception. So various theories about motivation, personality, and perception, and how do they impact on the marketing. Next is about the consumer learning principles and theories. So we are going to learn about concepts of conditioning, aspects of information processing theory. So this is something that we are diverting something to the psychology aspect. So when talking about marketing, when we want to try to understand about the consumer, we are trying to understand the psyche of the consumer. So we are going to into the psychology of the consumer, trying to understand how does a consumer behave while purchasing the products. So here we're going to learn about information processing. So we are going to run ads, campaigns, promotions, discounts, so many things that we do. So how is the consumer processing that information? There is no need for the product at that point of time, or they may take it up in the future, but how are they going to process the information that is given by that particular ad? So we are going to learn more about the elements that we have in information processing, that is the encoding, information retention, retrieval of information when you want information that you want to it, and then we're going to learn about split brain theory. Next, we have external influences on consumer behavior. In marketing management, we learned about factors that influence the consumer behavior. So what are the factors that are there? We are going to learn here again extensively. Social and cultural settings, social aspects, cultural factors, culture, subculture, cross culture. So what are the different types, and family life cycle. So every person in his life goes through a particular stage, and at every point of time our kinds of needs changes. Needs for a bachelor would be very much different from a married person. A married person's a newly married person's needs would be very much different from the person from the couple who have kids with them. So what are the stages of the life cycle that are there? We're going to learn from the teenagers, from they start earning till they become the senior citizens. Then you're going to learn about reference group, personality, and the lifestyle influences. Fourth unit, we are going to learn completely about consumer decision making process, the 5 steps that we have, right from problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, what happens after you evaluate the alternatives, then you purchase the product, then after that post-purchase evaluation where feedback comes in. Then you're going to learn about post-purchase dissonance, some disturbance. If you're not happy with the product, what you're going to do, what the consumer is going to do if they're not happy with the product. So many things that are there. Again, diffusion process, something again related to adoption process, where we will saw something similar in product and brand management. And consumer innovators. Who are consumer innovators? Some people are like, they do not wait for the feedback and just go and buy the products. They are called the consumer innovators. So what are the different kind of ways in which the consumer thinks? Why does the consumer needs a product? And identify the problem. Then you search for the information. Where are you searching for the information? Websites, Google, friends, relatives, family. Then you evaluate the alternatives that are there. So different companies are selling your products, the alternatives that are available. Then you purchase a particular product. Why the consumer is purchasing only that particular brand product? Why not the others? So everything is researched, everything is understood, trying to understand why the consumer is behaving such a way. Then the 5th is about, we have different models that are given about consumer behavior, how the consumer thinks, behaves. So various psychologists, they try to come up with various models, trying to understand how the consumer is behaving. So here we'll be learning about traditional models and contemporary models, different kind of traditional models and contemporary models that are there. In contemporary models, we learn about Howard Schutt, then Angel Blackwell, Rao Lillian, and consumerism. The last one is digital buyer behavior. Again, what is the behavior of the consumers in the digital market, in the digital arena? So this is what we learn in the 4th semester. So while talking about these, this is what we have in the syllabus. But when we are talking about what are the opportunities that are existing for the marketing students in the near world, as you are going to, or you might be going for the campus placements in the next 6 months or the 9 months, definitely we have to understand what kind of the world we are living in right now. The world is gripped by COVID. Definitely the market are going to shrink. Definitely the demand for full-time jobs are going to shrunk. It's not about marketing, it's about everywhere. In every branch of management that we see, the freshers, and everywhere we see, the world economy is going to shrink a bit in the next 2 or 3 years. I did message you about Google and search for the term called as gig economy. I don't know how many have searched for it. So the future right now, we are leading into a gig economy. So what is a gig economy? Gig economy is something we're having a paradigm shift right now from full-time employees to freelancers. Where the world has understood that people can work from home. There's no need for an office setup, a brick and mortar setup, so for the people to come and work at their workplaces. You just show the results, do it online, sit online from your home and do it. So the world is moving to a gig economy where there's a lot of demand for freelancers. A particular project is given, a particular assignment is given, a particular target is given for anyone, for any executive, be it marketing, sales, HR, whoever it is. Assignment is given, and for that particular assignment, money is paid. That's it. You're not going to have a full-time salaries in the near future, or maybe for the next 2 or 3 years, or the next 5 years. So as we are moving to all this, we have to make sure that whatever we are entering it, we are making sure you're making the best out of it. We are trying to learn, give our best, trying to learn where you're moving into the second area, which is a more serious year for you all. So care should be taken on which kind of elective that you're going to take, and you're certainly taking marketing, the plethora of opportunities that are there. Even if you talk about the manufacturing sector, if you talk about the FMCG sector, product sector, and also in the services sector. And the branch of digital marketing is taking off like any other. Digital marketing is still as its nascent stages. You might be thinking it's been there since 5 years or 10 years, but the kind of opportunities that are there in digital marketing nowadays, it's going to evolve more in the near future. When you're talking about blockchain technology, when you're talking about artificial intelligence, when you're talking about analytics that are there, it's going to have a very big impact on the digital marketing. I was telling you about the analytics that are going to work out. So the analytics that are needed, that is needed to measure the campaigns that you run, and everyone is moving towards a particular digital economy. So I sincerely suggest everyone to really go and understand. Some student messaged me saying that, sir, Google is offering free digital marketing modules that we can really register and go for it. So why don't you all just go for this particular simple training that is being given by Google. So when you're trying to do all this, you are trying to be abreast of the current scenario that's happening everywhere. So apart from the theory that we are making you learn, it's really up to you, everyone personally, to try to grab the opportunities that come your way in the next 2 semesters. So that's about it. So if any doubts, and everyone can always WhatsApp me. I'm there to clear your doubts regarding any marketing things that are there. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Students, you have any doubts regarding marketing specialization? You can ask sir. You can put it in the chat if you want. You can put it so that sir will ask you. Sir will answer you. Sorry. If to tell you the trend of marketing, we generally have around 30 to 40 students in the class. Earlier it was 60 plus, but after the operation specialization has come, they have been divided into marketing and operations. Okay, so Abdul tells that he does not have any queries. Okay, so students, now you are aware of all the specializations that we are offering: finance, marketing, HR, operations. Now it's up to you how we are going to choose them. So I think by this time some of you all have chosen which 2 specializations that you are going to take. Yes, some more clarity that you will be getting from placement side. Tomorrow you will be getting, and 7th, 8th, 9th you will be having series of experts from industry. So after listening to them also, you will be able to finalize your specialization. So any queries from the industry side, if you have such thing, please post those questions to the experts. I will also be there. so that if any queries are there, they can be answered. Okay. Yes, students. So we are going to end this session. See, the faculty orientation on the specialization is done as on day. Now we are going to go for further different phases from tomorrow. So you can please answer your attendance. One thing is, if your mic is not good, you can put it in the chat, and I'll just repeat the numbers so that you can tell your attendance. I'll start from 1, roll number 1. I'll be ending at 180. So simultaneously, you can put your roll number and then answer to me and then sign out, right? And then C section, actually the class is supposed to start at 1 o'clock. So 1:15 we'll be having the class, OM class. So you can join the class at 1:15. Before that, 5 minutes onwards, I'll be taking the admissions, right? Yes, answer your attendance. Yes, 1. Please use your mic. 1, roll number 1. Okay. 2.
Anita ma'am, 1 second. Can I leave?
Yeah, you can leave. Thank you, Srinivas sir. Thank you so much. Yes, roll number 2. 3. 4.
Present, ma'am. 4.
4,
3
Yes.
present, ma'am.
Moksha, yes. 4.
4 present, ma'am.
Piyush, yes. 5.
Present, ma'am.
6.
Present, ma'am.
7.
Present, ma'am.
8.
Present, ma'am.
9. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14.
Present, ma'am.
15. 16. 17.
Present, ma'am.
18.
Present, ma'am.
19.
Present, ma'am.
20. 21.
Present, ma'am.
22.
Present, ma'am.
23.
Present, ma'am.
24.
Present, ma'am.
25.
Present, ma'am.
26. 27.
Present, ma'am.
28.
Present, ma'am.
29.
Present, ma'am.
30. 31. 32.
Present, ma'am.
33.
Present, ma'am.
34.
Present, ma'am.
35.
Present, ma'am.
36. 37. 38. 39.
Present, ma'am.
40.
Present, ma'am.
41. 42.
Present, ma'am.
43.
Present, ma'am.
44. 45.
Present, ma'am.
46.
Ma'am, 44 present.
Yeah, I said 44. Yeah, I said 46. 47. 48.
Present, ma'am.
49.
Present, ma'am.
50.
Present, ma'am.
51. 52.
Present, ma'am.
53. 54.
Yes, ma'am.
55.
Present, ma'am.
56. 56. 57.
Present, ma'am.
58.
Present, ma'am.
59. 59. Okay, 60.
Present, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, section A is done. Anybody section A? who
Hello,
has-
ma'am. Ma'am, roll number 9 present, ma'am.
Roll number 9. Okay.
Thank you
Anybody
so
else?
much, ma'am.
Yeah. Section A, if it, anybody else? Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am, 47
47 I put.
Ma'am, people are given in the chat box also. Please check.
Yeah, that will be a record so that I'll cross verify. Yeah, with that. Yeah. Now section B, 61. 62.
Ma'am, present.
Ma'am, I'm from section A, roll number 12.
Roll number 12. Yeah, okay. I added, ma.
Yes. Ma'am. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
62, 63, 63, 64,
64 present, ma'am.
65,
Present, ma'am.
66,
Present, ma'am.
67,
Present, ma'am.
68, 69,
Present, ma'am.
70,
Present, ma'am.
71,
Present, ma'am.
72, 73,
Present, ma'am.
74, 74, 75, 76,
Present, ma'am.
77, 78,
Present, ma'am.
77
present, ma'am. 77 present.
Yeah, ma, I put 78,
Present, ma'am. 78.
79, 80, 81, 82,
Present, ma'am.
83, 84,
Yes, ma'am.
85, 86,
Present, ma'am.
87,
Present, ma'am.
88, 89,
Present, ma'am.
90,
Present, ma'am.
91, 92, 93,
Present, ma'am.
94, 94 is there. Yeah, 95,
Present, ma'am.
96,
Present, ma'am.
97, 98,
Present, ma'am.
99,
Present, ma'am.
100,
Present, ma'am.
101, 102,
Present, ma'am.
103,
Present, ma'am.
104, 104, 105, 106,
105 is present, ma'am. Her mic is not working, it seems.
yeah, I put 105, I saw in that chat box.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
106, 107,
Present, ma'am.
108, 109, 110, 111, 112,
Present, ma'am.
113,
Present, ma'am.
114,
Present, ma'am.
114. Okay.
Present, ma'am.
114 is there, na? 114.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. 115,
Present, ma'am.
116, 116, 117,
Present, ma'am. 117 present.
yeah. 118, 118, 119,
Present, ma'am.
yeah. 110. Sorry, 120.
120.
120. 120 is there? Oh, 120 is not there.
119 is there, ma'am. 120
119 I put. 120 is not. So these
Ma'am,
are
81 and 83 are present, ma'am. They have some technical issues.
who?
81 and 83.
81 and 83. Okay, ma, I added.
Ma'am, roll number 26 present, ma'am.
Roll number 26 I put now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, P section, anybody else? Okay, 72. Yeah, I added 72. Mallikarjun, Vaishnavi. Yeah. Arjuna Vaishnavi. Yes, I added 72. 74. Yeah. I added 106. Yes, it's there. 71. Yeah, I put. 67. I put. 116 I put, 76 I put. Yeah. Yes, if B section all are done, you can leave, ma. B section. Yeah, 85 also is there, ma. Yeah. Yes, so C section, 121, George.
Present, ma'am.
122. 123.
Present, ma'am.
124. 125.
Present, ma'am.
126.
Present, ma'am.
127.
Present, ma'am.
128.
Present, ma'am.
129.
Present, ma'am.
130. 130. 131.
Present, ma'am.
132.
Present, ma'am.
133.
Present, ma'am.
134.
Present, ma'am.
135.
Present, ma'am.
136.
Present, ma'am.
137. 137. 138.
Present, ma'am.
139. 140.
Present, ma'am.
141. 142.
Present, ma'am.
139 network issue. Rishikesh. Rishikesh 139 who? Marishi on whose is this thing you're telling? 143.
Present, ma'am.
144. Okay, Vallabh Rishi. Okay. 144. 145. 145. 146.
Present, ma'am.
147.
Present, ma'am.
148. 149. 150.
Present, ma'am.
151.
Present, ma'am.
152.
Present, ma'am.
153.
Present, ma'am.
154. Karthik unnava 153?
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Amma Karthik unna. 154. Subhana? 155.
Present, ma'am.
156. 156. 157.
157, ma'am.
57, huh? Okay. 158.
Present, ma'am.
159.
Present, ma'am.
160.
Present, ma'am.
161.
Present, ma'am.
162. 162. 163.
Present, ma'am.
164. 165.
Present, ma'am.
166.
Present, ma'am.
167.
Present, ma'am.
168.
Present, ma'am.
169.
Present, ma'am.
170.
Present, ma'am.
171.
Present, ma'am.
172. 173. 174.
172 present.
172 present. Okay. 173. 174.
Present, ma'am.
175.
Present, ma'am.
176.
Present, ma'am.
177. 177. 178. 179. 180.
Present, ma'am.
Yeah, Harshita. Right, done, ma. So we'll meet at 1:15, ma. We'll have a presentation and then the two small concepts are there. We will have for 40-minute session. I'll wind up before 10 to 2. So please join with the link which I sent just now. Yes, that with that link you can join in. Okay, ma. Thank you all. Bye.